So this came from my work, and I'm thinking in my brain like back in the day when I used to work at the Amazon, and I remember I used to fab every single night before I work. Like before going to sleep, I used to fab every single night, and I can't sleep. And but then I'm thinking right now that if I can't sleep, this maybe there's so many people on the internet that facing the same problem as me. Maybe there's so many young people that can't sleep, without fapping, because in their brain they thinking that according to sleep, having a good sleep or falling asleep quickly, you have to fap. And then what happened? You have fap every single night, and next morning you wake up feel like a shit. But when the night came, you again feel like I have to fap. And I used to be in that circle for 2 years. I used to fap like every single night. I'm feeling a shit, bro. Every single night in the morning, I'm feeling a shit. And when I go to work, bro, you can't even imagine. I used to have a 10-hour shift for 4 days. And you can imagine, bro, working 4 days, 10-hour shift, and feeling like a shit during the shift, bro. It's so fucking hard, bro. So I'm gonna help you with, how I break my 2-year addiction in just like 4 months. I'm gonna help you. That worked for me. It's gonna probably work for you too. Definitely. So what happened like a 4 month before? I used to fab every single day. But today it's been a 4 month. I haven't fab. Brother, trust me, you will feel so good, bro, if you don't fab. Like trust me, bro, you have to get the feeling. You have to get the feeling. So let me tell you something. So how's work? So what happened? I recently reading a book. It's it's like about the brain, and I learned that your brain chase dopamine. There's a dopamine in your brain that connected to the happiness. You probably heard this shit a few times on the internet, but the dopamine came from the fun things you do. For example, you play video games because it releases dopamine in your brain, and that's why you play video games. And I find out that the video games are goals like life goals or other outside activities, like all the activities you can do, and compared to the fab, if the all the activities is up to 50%, like release 50% dopamine, but fapping gonna release like 80% dopamine, maybe 100% in your brain if you're really addicted to it. So that's why you don't do all the other things. Like for example, going out, or maybe playing a video games, or maybe reading a book, or maybe working on yourself, because that is not releasing a dopamine to the level that fapping gonna release in few minutes. Maybe once you start reading a book, you don't feel the dopamine, because the dopamine doesn't releasing on that time, but it's gonna release later when you use the information. Or maybe you're going to the gym, and the dopamine is not releasing on that time, but it's gonna release by the time when you're gonna have a sick body. And okay, now put all the shit on the side. And I found out that to really control the fapping, there's only one thing you can do, is fap really quickly. As you heard me right, bro. That's the thing. So, for example, let me tell you something. So, for example, tonight, maybe you have work tomorrow, or maybe you not. Maybe you want to wake up early tomorrow, do something productive, and now you're like it's like 8 o'clock. You have to wake up 6 a.m. in the morning. So by 8 o'clock, you have to get to the bedtime. And now it's like your brain is converting you to fap, call you to falling asleep. So here's what should I do if I was in this situation. Like a brain give me a thought about fapping, like in the second, I don't like think about anything else, bro. If I feel the urge to fap, I fap right away. I don't think about any pornography or any like a female modeling or anything, if I got urge to fap, I fap right away. And that's the thing. If you feel the urge to fap, fap fucking right away. Don't think about it. Think about anything else. Like fap in 10 seconds or even in 5 seconds, like really quickly. Try this. Try this. Like 100% it's gonna work. And so on the scientifically level, what happening in your brain is that if you watch a pornography, it's gonna like release so much dopamine by the time you're gonna fap, But it's gonna take so much time too. For example, if you're on the website and you're watching any video, maybe you're sitting there for 2 hours or maybe 1 hour. If you're retarded, you're probably sitting for 2 hours, and then you're gonna fap after 2 hours. So what happening? You're building all the dopamine in for 2 hours, and it's gonna release in 1 second. The by the time you're gonna fap, it's gonna release all 2 hours dopamine in a second, and it's gonna be so high that you're gonna enjoy it like so much. But on the other hand, if you fap really quickly, probably in 5 seconds, what's gonna happen in your brain that you're gonna get the same like dopamine, like same chemical, but it's gonna be so much less to compare to the dopamine you're watching a video for 2 hours and then fapping compared to the you're fapping in 10 seconds. Probably if the other dopamine is to 80%, this dopamine is come to 40 or 30%. And you're gonna feel same like God, as you feel before, but less God, You're gonna feel okay, fab, okay, alright, I'm gonna go sleep now. Okay, let's sleep, And next morning or next day, night came, you do the same thing. And it's gonna be more or less, more or less. Time gonna pass by, it's gonna be more or less. And one, I'm pretty sure after like a week, there's gonna be thought in your brain, 100%. There's gonna be thought like, there's no enjoyable, you don't enjoy that much. So your brain gonna think like, why would I do it, There's no more dopamine in there, so why we should do it, It's hard to explain the thought in your brain, but try this. It's gonna definitely gonna come to you. Then you will realize what I'm trying to say. So then what happening is you're fapping in 10 seconds, and the dopamine is so low that compared to your routine, your work, like you're reading a book or working on yourself, maybe going to the gym or anything else, bro. What is gonna happen that the dopamine is low and the things you're um doing in your life, like the things I told you, is higher. So your brain automatically gonna think the dopamine is low. Let's chase this. Cause I read in the book that our brain always chase the things that has a high dopamine. So all the work you try to do, the routine, the gym, everything, is gonna be so high compared to the fapping in 10 seconds. Over time, your what do you call the habit, the bad habit, is gonna be gone, bro, fully gone. That's work for me. That's gonna work for you 100% if you try it right, And let me know in the comment if that's work or no, or is there anything else you try by yourself that we should know, our community, the people watching me, they should know, the things work for you. And subscribe, because I always share this kind of knowledge with all you guys. Just give us subscribe. It's kind of good for me, good for you.